Wadhwa, representing Britannica Education. In this special episode of Britannica Ed Connect, we're excited to connect with Mr. Mukesh Sharma, the founder chairperson of Prometheus School, Noida. Let's hear from Mr. Mukesh Sharma as he shares insights about his school, his source of inspiration, the challenges he's faced, and what, according to him, the future holds.
Well, when I first started Prometheus School, I wanted to make sure that Prometheus is not just another school on the block, that it exists for a purpose, where children are encouraged to ask questions, to not be afraid of making mistakes, to allow them to have a platform wherein children are encouraged to be problem solvers. What I mean by that is, entrepreneurial environment at Prometheus School. That was the goal. Then my second goal was to be able to create Olympians from Prometheus School. India is world's largest democracy, highest in population, but when it comes to the number of golds that we get in Olympics, we are not there. So as an individual, as a HNI, what is my duty for my nation? What is it that I can do to help my country? So I said, let's catch the children who are enthusiastic about a particular sport. Don't just introduce them to a particular sport, but help them excel in it. I said, let's build world-class Olympic size facilities. So we've built, 50 meters indoor all-weather pool in Delhi. You can't even imagine swimming in the month of December or January. But for Prometheans, we have world-class 50 meters indoor pool that is all weather. That is just swimming. But then we've got 8 indoor badminton courts which are floor to ceiling height of 50 to 55 feet. The idea is to be able to provide top coaches wherein we have national and international level players coming for practice. So it helps our students also to be able to see and get inspired from players who have done really well. Similarly, we've got a table tennis hall wherein we have almost 15 tables and floor to ceiling height, which is international standard. So the idea was simple: create a world-class institution wherein children is encouraged to be a curious learner, to not afraid of making mistakes, be able to take risks, ask questions, and that's essentially what we've done through Prometheus School.
Wonderful. I think, sir, I also heard that you have a setup for these international and national champions near your school, where you're accommodating around 100 such state champions and the national champions?
That's a very good question. When I started Prometheus School 5 years back, the thought was for Prometheus students that, I'll be able to create Olympians. But we started our school in 2019. 2020, 6 months after we started, we had to shut down the school. We switched to online. But then when we resumed physical school, that was back in late 2021, I noticed that our students, while they were very good, but not everybody had fire in the belly. You could be a good player, but unless you have that desire and fire in the belly, it'll be very difficult for one to reach the podium of Olympics. Sure. So I said, we've got world-class facilities. Why don't I open it up for sports aspirants across India? So I had to build a sports hostel. We've got around 25-30 students who are now living in that hostel and leveraging our facilities. They are from all over India. So, we work with such players. We sponsor them also and provide them with whatever that they need to get India to the Olympics podium.
Well, this is a very, very unique concept that you have brought in, sir, and all congratulations to you for bringing this up. So, sir, at Prometheus School, what are the other key initiatives that you have taken? Because you've emphasized on student-centric education.
Absolutely.
So, what are the key initiatives at Prometheus School that you focus on?
At Prometheus, we believe that every child has unique potential, unique talent. So we work in nurturing the unique talent of every child. Maker space, we've got design thinking lab, we've got Lego robotics. So right from primary years, that is grade 1 onwards, our students introduced to Lego robotics, wherein they develop critical thinking skills. They get to learn programming, they get to build robots. It's not just at primary, it grows as they grow, come in secondary. They've got Lego robotics again, where you've got 3D printers and you've got a design thinking lab wherein you have CNC cutter, you develop products for performing arts, you've got a very good music studio, you've got dance studio, you have recording studio. So children who are good in music and they want to do production also, they don't have to go look for a studio. We've got a very, very good program in theatre also, and that starts from primary school and goes all the way up to secondary. Okay, so we also provide classes on sculpture, which is something that our students love. Our visual art studio is something that I really appreciate, right from primary school to secondary school. So that's something unique that we've done at Prometheus School. We believe that students should be encouraged to solve problems. Look at real problems around them and work towards solving them. And instead of failing later, fail faster. When you fail, you learn, and that is something that we have it very common at Prometheus. That I want to build something, and then if it doesn't work, I'm going to pivot.
Yeah.
Right? So it does help.
I think that is the right kind of culture that you've given to your children already, right? So they're problem solvers, they're risk takers, and so there's every facility for every sort of learner. There are diverse learners, and you're giving them all sorts of facilities. They can pick and choose the career that they want, right? Not just doctors, engineers, but also they can become sculpture artists. They can become anything and everything.
Absolutely.
It's just that they're exposed to it.
Yes.
Great, sir. That's wonderful. Good to know that. So, given your background in tech and education, what changes or innovations do you foresee in the education sector over the next 5 to 10 years?
I believe AI is going to change the way teaching and learning happens in schools. In classrooms, instead of tables and chairs, you'll have pods wherein a child will sit. There'll be a big screen, and the teacher is going to come and teacher is going to say, today we are going to do this unit, all right? And the pod would be AI powered, would know where a particular child is at what level. See, every child's pace of learning is different. We understand.
Absolutely.
We appreciate it, but for a teacher in a physical classroom, it is not easy to cater every child at different level. But with AI, that will be a blessing.
Yeah.
We'll be able to have a teacher who's going to be a facilitator.
Yeah.
Would be somebody who's going to work with every student, but the pod and this AI program would be able to provide guidance and custom content based on the level of the child. So that is something that I foresee happening. In professional development also, I see significant things that will happen because of the way technology has evolved.
The teachers will have to be trained to train the students on skills, right? Skills for sustaining in the 21st century, right? And also be more empathetic towards others, because the entire knowledge is everywhere. The students can learn from anywhere and everywhere. And what do you think will be the role of the teacher going forward?
See, role of the teacher has always been same. It's the with the advent of AI, new technology coming, the way teaching and learning was happening will change, will evolve. But when it comes to teachers' role, teachers would always be required to be role models, guiding them, encouraging children to not stop here, to do much better, telling students about their ability, positive reinforcement.
Right.
I feel that even if a child is not doing well in a particular subject, if the teacher says that, hey, Mukesh, for example, if I were the student, you've scored 7 out of 10 in this assessment, and I feel that your ability is to score 10. I hope everything is all right at home. You are able to focus. If there's anything that I can do to help you, the morale of the student is not going to go down. The student is going to look up. Instead of saying that you didn't do well, where were you? You are not listening in the class. So that serves as negative. So here teacher has to play the role of counselor, positive reinforcement.
So what comes to your mind when you hear the word Encyclopedia Britannica?
Well, Encyclopedia Britannica, the moment you say Encyclopedia Britannica, trusted publisher who's got reliable information. I remember almost 10 years back in India also, we were reached out by Encyclopedia Britannica because QA Infotech was working with all the top publishers on the globe, all the top publishers, Cengage Learning, Pearson Education, Kaplan Higher Education, and I know Encyclopedia Britannica we would have touched. We know the information and the project-based learning or content, amazing content that you all have, and you've got products also that can help students, content-based projects or project-based learning.
In what ways can Britannica's research-based and project-based learning help the teachers and students?
Content is very important, right? I mean, one could spend significant time coming up with content, or you have players like Encyclopedia Britannica who are trusted in the market for the content that you have, for the knowledge that you bring on table. So your products can be leveraged by institutions like Prometheus School for project-based learning or
the research-based.
Yeah.
Great.
In fact, I met with a few students earlier this morning who said that, oh, Encyclopedia Britannica, we use it, so they use it in whatever project that they are doing, and they source is Encyclopedia Britannica.
Right.
So people already know it.
Yeah.
I think there was a gap where Encyclopedia Britannica had disappeared from India. I'm glad that you guys are back, because children of today need reliable content providers, wherein they can reach out to for project-based learning. And
great, thank you so much. So finally, what kind of legacy would you like to leave behind, and what do you hope people will remember you for in the future?
Well, that's a great question. I always used to think about what is my purpose.
Yeah.
As an individual, I said, what is my responsibility for the nation? I am going to do something for the country. What is it? I used to hate going to school back when I was growing up. Why? I have the reasons. I said, I am going to create a school, that would remain even when I am not there. So I formed a trust. I built the school. Starting a school in India is not easy. Only those who were into business could have started a school. For somebody who was into software export, it wasn't easy. It took me at least 14 years before I could buy a plot also for building Prometheus School. So I feel that what I'm going to leave behind is a legacy. Prometheus School, the environment, the culture, the facilities that I've built here, the leaders that I'm creating through Prometheus School. We'll be able to create world leaders, champions, change makers. I want others also to be inspired by what I have done at Prometheus School. That is the legacy that I'm going to leave behind.
Well, wonderful. Thank you so much. That pretty much sums our segment for today.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. It was lovely interacting with you.
Thank you.
And as we can see, Mukesh Sharma sir is the man of his words. If he has thought something, he will definitely make it happen.
Absolutely.
So all the very best to you, sir.
Thank you.
For your future endeavors. And we look forward to meeting you again and again.
Thank you so much.